Hey everyone, with a Vital Reality, I am Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia,
and welcome to This Week in Prince, episode 13. Ring the bell, dong, 13.
It's not an unlucky number, it's quite a lucky number. So yeah.
We got a monster episode for you this week.
Yeah.
So some of you guys may have noticed that last week's episode was kind of short because there was only a few things to talk about, but this week we have got a huge episode for you. It's huge, people.
Yeah. So first of all of you that went to Paisley Park this weekend and saw some of Purple Rain live, we're very jealous of you.
Oh yes, Purple Rain live shown at Paisley Park after dark just yesterday as we're filming this.
Yeah.
Very cool, especially since actually you can't buy that release right now. It was never released digitally. It was only ever released on the VHS. So lots of people have never had the opportunity to see it. So to see that at Paisley Park was very cool, very cool.
Yes, we wish we could have gone.
Let's get on to the actual news of the week. So let's kick it off with the Grammys 2017.
So Prince was nominated for a Grammy Award.
Woo!
For his album HitNRun Phase 2, and it's a nomination for Best Engineered Album, which is quite an interesting nomination, so that's really, really cool. And the other thing is that there is a rumor that Prince is going to be given a Lifetime Achievement Award as well. Now, he already has a BET Lifetime Achievement Award, but he does not have a Grammy one yet, so we think that this is a really nice gesture, because if you look at all of the work that he's done and like all of the music that he's made, it's just amazing, and those amazing tours that he went on, he really deserves a Lifetime Achievement Award.
He definitely does, and as Kim says, it will be a fantastic and perfect gesture for them to give him that Lifetime Achievement Award. So we must stress that it's just a rumour, so we have to wait and see what happens at the Grammys in February.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll keep you up to date at that time as well.
We will.
So moving on to the next thing. If you are active on Twitter, you may have seen, or actually even if you live in the US, in New York or in Minneapolis or some big cities, you may have noticed that Twitter has been running a campaign to do with the most talked about things, the most discussed events and people throughout 2016. And of course, Prince is in there. There's a massive billboard up in Times Square. There is one in Minneapolis. We've seen the videos and the pictures circulating on Twitter. If you've not seen them, check the prince.org Twitter, which is twitter.com/princeorg, because I know the prince.org account had posted the video of the Times Square Twitter billboard. It's very cool. It's the Twitter hashtag and then the picture of Prince, the same picture that's on the Forever Hits cover. So it's pretty awesome. So people walking around would see that and they'd be like, oh cool, Prince. So we like that. It's a very cool thing for Twitter to do, very cool campaign. We've liked seeing those pictures and that video circulating around, so that is very, very cool indeed.
Also, if you do happen to see them in real life, please send us your pictures, because we love to. We're like, take a picture with them or next to them.
Exactly.
We might include you in our next video if you do.
Get a selfie like with it in the background.
Definitely. Yeah. Speaking of Twitter, Prince is the highest rated Western artist of 2016 on Twitter, so the most talked about. But there is something to this.
Yeah, so there was a worldwide ranking of the most talked about artists on Twitter in 2016. Prince came in worldwide at number 3, but numbers 1 and 2 were K-pop artists. So I think K-pop has a lot of people on Twitter. Can't claim to know anything about K-pop, but
I think it's quite
seems
big,
that it is quite big. So is there anyone that likes K-pop and Prince? That's what I want to know. If that's you, then drop us a comment and let us know, because the power of K-pop seems quite big.
Yes, and it seems to be growing as well, so that's interesting. Maybe someone can do like a K-pop Prince remix one day if they're really into Prince and K-pop.
Yeah, maybe. So let's get a little bit into more businessy stuff, more music business stuff. It seems that the Bremer Trust, who have been administrating Prince's estate since his passing, will no longer be doing so in a very small amount of time. The news has come out that they will be stepping down from that position. Tyker Nelson and the rest of Prince's family have filed some motions for a couple of different companies that may end up taking on the administration of Prince's estate. So I guess probably in the next week or so we'll find out who the new company is going to be that's going to be handling things. Bremer have done Bremer have done a lot in the last 6 months, 7 months since they started sorting everything out with Prince's estate, but there is obviously still so much to be done. It is still such a huge task due to him not leaving a will. There are so many things that need sorting out, and it seems that this was only a temporary measure for them to be in control of this stuff, and we'll see what happens now.
Yeah. So, moving on to something completely different from that. Before Prince passed away, he was in discussions about having a reality show on Netflix that has everything and anything to do with Paisley Park, but he wouldn't be in it himself, he said.
Yeah, so this news came from Maya, Prince's photographer. You may remember that she had done the album cover for Artificial Age, and she also hosted the Artificial Age launch party. Gave us all a sort of tour around Paisley Park at that time, played a bunch of songs. You guys probably remember her doing that. It was quite amusing in various ways.
It was, yeah.
But she seems like a total sweetheart, and so she's come out with this news. So she's come out with this news about Prince and herself having discussed this idea of a Paisley Park reality show with Netflix, and it actually being discussed with Netflix as well.
Yeah.
Netflix have confirmed that this is something that was discussed. It seems that Prince did not plan, according to Maya, to be in it himself. Mm-hmm. So it could have been a show about the sort of workings of Paisley Park and the different artists that would come there and record. As we know, different people were always coming in and out of Paisley Park. Some people of them working with Prince, and some of them just coming there to use the facilities and whatnot. So I think that would have been a really cool show.
Yeah, exactly. And considering the fact that Netflix is one of the biggest suppliers of new TV shows and things like that as well, like things you don't see on TV, I think for us personally and for a lot of you people, we usually go to Netflix rather than watch TV because Netflix is all the good things. So I think for Prince, thinking about working together with Netflix is quite a great step. He was really smart in doing business and things like that.
Yeah, and given that he had already been in talks with Netflix, he obviously approved of Netflix as a company as well. So maybe if anyone at Netflix is watching this, we would really love it if you guys would commission a proper Prince documentary, because you got the money to do it. Everyone knows that. You can do a really good job. I think a Prince documentary, or even series of different episodes about various stages of Prince's career done properly is something that really needs to be done. So Netflix people, as you're watching,
paging the Netflix people, yes.
Get to it.
All of you.
Purple Army is asking you to do it.
Yes. That would be amazing. Alright, so moving on from TV to magazines, as most of you know, there is an edition of Wax Poetics that's entirely about Prince and musicians that he worked with and his proteges and such. And there is going to be a hardcover version of that one now as well. So if you want that sort of magazine to keep it forever, then you should definitely look into investing into the hardcover version, because they usually keep for way longer than just the magazines.
Yep, so this is the magazine right here.
Yeah.
This is the Wax Poetics 50th special edition. It originally came out a few years ago. I can't remember exactly when. It was like 3 or 4 years ago or something like that. And anyway, I remember desperately trying to get my hands on this at the time. Oh, look at that, that's so cool. Revolution.
What is it? Oh, it's a picture from when Dom's Crow, isn't it? What it is?
Anyway, I remember desperately trying to get my hands on this magazine a few years ago when the original print came out, and I wasn't able to. I even called my sister, who lives in a different city, to go around different record stores that were listed as being stockists, trying to find it. Everyone was sold out, and this was within days of it coming out, so it sold out very quickly. Both in stores and online. And then of course, after Prince passed away, they did a reprint. I was finally able to get this one. This is the reprint that came out earlier this year. And as Kim just mentioned, there is now going to be another reprint.
Yep.
It's on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon. And the new reprint is hardcover. So it'll be more of like a sort of coffee table book version, which is cool. Either way, if you can get your hands on either version,
it's really cool.
Do it. Yeah. It is awesome.
It's a really good read.
I mean, not only does it cover a bunch of stuff about Prince and the Revolution, but also the time, Jesse Johnson, Larry Graham, Grand Central, Madhouse, The Family, 94 East, just all Prince related stuff.
Yep.
And then a couple of other random things as well that are not Prince related, but 90% of the issue is
Prince related.
in Minneapolis, Prince related. We've got Morris right there.
Look at the pictures as well. They're
It's so
amazing.
good, like, the
Such
quality.
amazing quality.
Like,
Yeah.
You have to get, I mean, look at that. Jesse Johnson,
Look at
people.
that.
I mean, you know we love Jesse Johnson.
Yeah.
We're Jesse Johnson fans. So, like I said, if you can get your hands on this Wax Poetics Prince issue, the hardcover one is available for purchase now on Amazon. We'll put the link in the description. Get it, because it rocks.
It does, yes. Okay. Speaking of things that you could pretty much display in your house, Paisley Park just added some new merchandise to their online store.
Yeah, so we had a quick look at their online store. There's at least 2 new t-shirts available.
Yep.
One of them with the 1999 single cover on, which looks awesome. I really want it.
It's like with
They're
purple
still,
sleeves.
Yeah,
it's
with
really
purple
cool.
sleeves. They're still not shipping internationally. Paisley Park people, get on it, ship
Get on it,
internationally.
yeah.
Don't make us come there. Actually, do make us come there. Also, buy our flights for us. We're gonna spend so much. Look, let's be honest here. If they don't start doing international shipping, then we're just going to save up all our money anyway. And when we do get there, we're just going to buy everything. Which is probably what they want. So,
yeah. We should have a little, like, the Violet Reality meetup when we're at Paisley Park with, like, everyone that's going on
Exactly.
the same
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Maybe we can do that. But yeah, new merchandise. If you have been buying stuff, if you're in the US from the Paisley Park website, have a look. There is new stuff there now. If you want to send some of it for us, that'd be great as well. There's so much cool stuff on there. It's ridiculous. Like, oh my god, I want all of it.
I think my favourite thing still is the This Could Be Us t-shirt. I mean, it's just like, you know, we were all so like anticipating, waiting when that little sample of it came out. When he put like a little sample of it on YouTube, and then it came out, we were like, oh my god, it's finally out!
Yeah.
It took ages as well. It was like months after he put like a little clip of it on YouTube, and then he like let us wait for months and months, and it finally came out. So yeah, I definitely want that t-shirt. I'm gonna wear it every single episode if I
If you've had a look at my Twitter or my Facebook, then you might also know that exactly 1 year ago yesterday was the last time, I think it was the last time, that I personally got a reply from Prince on Twitter as well. He was talking about a new song to do with the Mexican painter Frida Kahlo. Side note, if you've never seen the movie about her life starring Salma Hayek, you need to watch it. It's an amazing movie. I asked him if he'd seen it. Obviously he'd seen it, but he replied and told me about the song and said that the song was about the nature of Frida's relationship with Diego, her partner. And obviously we were all used to get super excited when Prince would reply to us on Twitter and screenshot it. So many of us have still got screenshots of times Prince talked to us on Twitter. But yeah, that came up in my memories thing yesterday, that was 1 year ago today. So we really miss you, Prince. We especially miss your late night tweets, Prince.
Yeah, waking up to them and just be like, Prince, what have you been on about? And I'm just laughing at them. I think the best one that he made for me was like when he said something about a dentist. Like, what time is it when you have to go to the dentist? And he said 2:30, and I was just like...
See, that would be like a dad joke if it wasn't Prince.
I know.
Like, he gets to make cheesy jokes.
He gets to make these, yeah.
And get away with
we
it.
really
yeah.
miss looking forward to your tweets and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. With that, it's that time will make us heal, but we will never forget about Prince, and of course it will still hurt for us like always. Even when we're like 85 years old at some point, you know, in our rocking chairs, or still performing, that's what we aim to be doing, then we will still think about Prince, and he will always, always, always be remembered for the massive influence he had on the world.
Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of performing, it was also around this time a year ago that he was supposed to be here in Birmingham and in England and Europe as a whole, doing what was supposed to be the first bit of Piano and a Microphone. The terrorist attacks that happened in France meant that those shows got, you know, well, they were supposed to be postponed, and of course he passed away, so they never happened. But yeah, around this time a year ago, we would have been at the Birmingham show.
Yeah. I remember we were really excited when we heard about the news, and then they got postponed, so we were like, okay, we'll wait for a bit, you know, and then it never happened, like, over here. And then he obviously went to Australia and he did a couple of shows at Paisley Park, so he basically did bits of the world, but he never went back to Europe with that show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, let's not end on a sad note, people. Let's end on a happy note.
Yep, so there is still so much happiness in the world that Prince would want us to focus on. His music will always be magical to all of us. We will always represent his legacy as best we can, and promote all of his work as best we can.
Yes.
And that's part of what we do with This Week in Prince, keeping you all up to date with what's going on, so we can keep the community engaged and active. And we love you guys, our Purple family.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for the support. You guys are amazing. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And that wraps up This Week in Prince, episode 13.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week for episode
Bye-bye.
14 with A Violet Reality. I'm Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia.
Catch you next time.
Bye.